Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video with the artist Moth. Today I wanted to talk about this game called Cursed Simulator, and I wanted to go through some of the guns because as I was playing this game, a few people were getting a bit upset with the guns I was using. One of the guns here is, I believe it is called the 75mm QOLOP, or the Kyolop. This thing is disgusting. This thing never bounces because your angle is 90, which means that you may get shatters at times, but you can pen at some stupid angles with this thing, and you know, people will say, oh, you're hacking and things like that, but also the muzzle velocity is 1600, which means you don't need to you don't really need to like aim up that much. I mean, if you compare it to the Tiger 2's gun, which is 1000 meters a second, I thought that was pretty quick. So what guns I'm going to talk about, like tier 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have any 8 guns, but I have 7 guns. So the gun, the tier I'm going to start with first is tier 7. So we've got the 128mm German punch, which is basically the Mauser's gun. This thing is pretty good. It does pack a massive punch. If you pen, the reload time is 20 seconds, which is a little bit painful, but hey, if we put this gun on, you can see that the battle tier 5 to 6. Well, arduous. Why is it not tier 7? Well, that's because I'm using a tier 6 turret and a tier 3 hull, I believe, with a tier 7 gun, which means that the gun gets down tiered to tier 5 and 6, the hull gets up tiered to tier 5 6, but the turret stays the same. So 312mm, and I believe that stays true for all distances, which means that you will never lose pen over distance. The ricochet angle is a little bit excessive, 71 degrees, which means that you will ricochet off some angles, but not a lot. The 155, now this gun used to be really good. That was after they put overpressure in. Now people say, oh no, overpressure was never in. Well, the developers, they actually said, oh, we put overpressure back in, so you can't really say that. But this thing slaps. You don't, if it's a really heavily, this is the thing is, even if it's a super heavily armored target, because of overpressure, you're most likely going to kill them, or at best, you're going to, or at worst, shall I say, you're going to damage modules. Now it says 54mm pen, but that doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter. You've got a the weight is nearly 3 tons, so it's a pretty heavy tank. So the weight goes from 41. So we just put this on. Okay, so they're basically the same weight. Okay, that's interesting. Tiger 2's gun. Oh yeah, also this thing had a reload buff, so it went from 20 to 15 seconds, which makes it more fireable, even though it was technically fireable before. Also, you want to keep in mind of your ammo load. This will show you your ammo load, and you've got your X-ray as well, which will show you the different modules and whatnot. You can also move the camera around. And the thing I would say is, when you're starting, you really want to know how to angle your tank effectively. Say, you know, there's a gun, I don't know, say 164mm pen. You can sort of angle against that, sort of. If you're using this turret, of course, you know, he's not going to really pen, you know, at that angle, like seriously. But if it's a gun like, say, a lower tier gun, like 120, then it should, you know, it should go through this. But if he angles, you're going to struggle. you will really struggle. Anyways, let's move on to more. So, if I move to, say, a tank, I'm not really using that much. So, if we say, and also another thing is, turrets have different reload modifiers. So you see this one as a 0.54, means your reload will be worse. So if you put this turret on, and say we put the 128 on, it's going to be a 51-second reload. So that's a long reload, and it basically covers the whole turret, which is, you know, that's funny. That is funny. I might actually try this build actually, you know, just just be funny, to be honest. You do have a dealership, you have Joe's Shack, which you can buy modules straight up, and then you have blueprints, which you do buy the modules. The modules and the blueprints, they are better. You got the Maus and the Le Bon gear, which is the Foch. You got the STRV, which is completely busted at the moment. I believe they're going to nerf it soon, I'm not entirely sure. And of course you got turrets. There are a lot more turrets in Joe's Shack, but of course they are slightly worse turrets. So if we have a look, some of the guns as well, some of the guns can be rather broken. So you got 37mm, you got 45mm 20k, the Russian, this is American, you don't want to make that, but hey, you got 75mm anti-tank 43, okay, your autocannons, you got, you know, you got rare guns, you've got uncommon guns, you've got epic guns, and of course you have legendary guns. The legendary guns, they are, how do I say it? They are extremely good. They are very good. I mean, this one has 700mm pen with APDS, which is just insane. If we scroll down, 76mm OTO. I think the muzzle force is like 2000, yeah it is. So there's an iron, okay. So I can basically build that, okay. And you got 125. The thing is people have said, oh, don't get the, if I have a look. And I sort of agree with them. Where is it? T72 hull. Now the reason why I say don't get this is because it tends to blow up a lot. Like when I mean a lot, I mean a stupid amount. The turret of the T72 is also quite trash. The M1s, now the T72 does have a faster, better reload modifier, but the M1 does turn out a lot quicker. Like we're talking like 40 degrees versus 13. Like, this thing turns super slow. The other thing is, don't get the chieftain turret at the moment because it's bugged. I think it's the right side of the chieftain turret. There's basically no armor there, so you can just overmatch it and you know you can just die. 20 tons. You also need to be careful with weight as well. So you got the toe was put up to tier 10 because the toe was just demolishing everything. I think the toe was like tier 8 or 7, I'm not too sure. I think it's tier 8. You've got the French 120. This thing doesn't look good at all. I have been told that even though this thing has extremely good pen and a very good reload, it ricochets off a lot. The 105mm Royal got buffed because it was underperforming. This thing I think got I think it got down tiered. I believe he got down tiered. You got the 84mm and whatnot. Of course, I know that people want to ask, oh, you know, what are you going to go for next? Well, I'm going to try and get a main battle tank, really. This is epic. Don't know why this is epic. Torque 31 units. I might just get the chieftain. But it really does depend on how you play. Like, you know, do you play fast? Do you play this or that? The other thing is, I'm not going to show any gameplay at the moment because I don't really want to. My GPU is now melting for some reason. So I'm going to get this done. This is the 100mm. This is the T55 gun. And a lot of people said that this thing was crap. This thing was utter garbage. So they buffed it. Yeah, it did lose its heat round. I think it used to have a heat round like 300mm pen. So it really just depends on what you play. I wouldn't recommend getting any of the British guns. I mean, even though they have pretty alright pen, the damage is a bit, nah, really. I would recommend getting the 120mm jump punch, or you know, the 8.8, or you know, your guns like that. I would recommend going down this line first, the Joe's Shack, instead of going down the blueprints, because with blueprints you need to collect, like for example, if I just show like the mouse, for example, you need to collect materials, and the way you collect materials is if you go into infantry, you've got all these materials here, so you just look at all of them, and you go to crates, and you can earn crates during battle. So it's usually, I've earned 10 crates, so 10 rare crates, and you get this from tier 5 to 6, and it shows you tier 1 to 2, tier 3 to 4, tier 5 to 6, tier 7 to 8, tier 9 to 10. But also the higher the tiers, the more currency you earn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select rare crate, and this is basically where you can change one crate. So say you play high tier, like tier 8, 7 to 8, or 9 to 10, and you need iron. You just click, say, legendary crate, and then click common crate and whatnot, and you put the number, say you have 20 legendary crates and you want to change them all to common crates, or whatever crate you want. So you click that and whatnot. You also have pounds currency. So I'll show you. So you can get 50 for 100 bucks, which is a little bit expensive. Honestly, this is you shouldn't do this. It's rather expensive. I wouldn't recommend this one bit. I really wouldn't recommend it. I mean, they say that they have no pay to win things in, and they are absolutely right. There is 0 pay to win in the game. So what else? Oh yes, the crates. So I want to change rare crate to common crate, and I want to change 10 of them. You know, I've got 10. And you click trade, and it gives you 10. Now, very rare. It's happened to me once where I've changed, I think it was 17 rare crates, and I only got 14 common crates. That is rare, but it does happen. Now you can see 4 to 7 coal, 2 to 3 iron ore, 35% bauxite, copper ore, titanium, chromonite. And there you go, we've got 57 coal, 26 iron ore, 7 bauxite, and then 3 copper. Now on here, you will earn better copper and bauxite, but you will earn less coal and less iron ore. So I'd recommend, if you're playing mid to high tier, change your crates to coal and iron. Coal is extremely valuable, because coal, you need it to change, change the simple materials. That is, and it is really. If I just have a look, I think there's another gun I wanna. Yeah, I think it's this one. Steel, aluminium, iron. 35 iron. I don't think I have enough for that. No, I don't have quite enough. That's okay. So the different materials is coal, iron, iron ore. So you've got coal, iron, steel, bauxite, aluminium, copper, or for you Americans, aluminum, titanium, silicon, chromium, resin. I'm not sure what resin is for. You got gyroscope, stabilizer. No, the things that have none, you earn them. You can't make them. You can make the carbon fiber, obviously. You got cyberware and everything. Silicon, I got 563, which is just insane. You can't make silicon. You can only earn it. So we'll just have a look here. So this is how much chromium do I need? I better make some chromium. I can't even make any chromium. Oh well. You got radar. So all the modules, you can't. You can make this one, but you can't make these. And you really need to click through all of them to make sure that you see the ones that. So you got Samaric armor, got composite armor, circuitry, carbon fiber, stabilizer. Stabilizer you can make, but you need 16 copper, which is a ridiculous amount of copper. Like, if you don't understand how expensive that is, if I just go to copper, it takes 2 coal to make was it 1 copper? It takes 1 copper ore and then 2 coal to make 1 copper. And coal, this is why I say that coal is extremely valuable. Coal is very valuable. You do really want to focus on building up your common crates. I'm not saying play 1 to 2 tier. I'm saying that you played 9, 10 tiers, 7 to 8 tier. I really do like how they buy swap crates. I do like that. Anyways, if there's anything else you need to know, put in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys later. Peace.